Yo, what's up, guys? Today I'm doing a little weekly recap since this week was I'd say this week was kinda crazy, nonetheless. Kinda like overall just a bad week for me and my trading, and I have nothing more to say on that. But it was just a bad week, but also a good week. But yeah, I don't know what to say about it really. So I'll just be reviewing the past week and like seeing where possible trades could have been and like how many times my strategy would have occurred and actually would have worked out. So yeah, I'm gonna just be marking out the stuff that I usually mark out and be looking for. So if we start on Monday, I'll both be looking for the previous day lows. So we had Friday lows and these. I could just count this one. Yeah, I'm counting this one. I'm pretty sure that's a high. Yeah, that's a high. I would count that as the previous day Friday high. Even though actually no, this would just be a high in the Asian high, not even a Friday high. It would just be an Asian high. And this would also be in a high. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So overall Monday, I'm pretty sure that's a pretty clean move if it's on 1530. Actually, how much? 1545. Yeah, this is a really clean move, I think, if that hit. See, that got hit like right on open. If I don't know if I could have caught that, but let me see right here if that was able to catch this one. Yeah, definitely was able to catch this one on. Wait, let me zoom in a bit more so I can see if this actually, because I do like the ones. 15 for yeah, this was right on open. I couldn't have catch this one, but I think I could have catch this one. Yeah, this one would have been catchable. So 50 pip stop loss. Yeah, this would have been an easy trade for me. Where is it? Alright, so yes, this short should have been like really easy to catch for me. Could have caught this right on New York Open. If I was looking at this level, we come up, came down. Easy short of that level. Should have been one and done for the day. Could have also probably taken this on NQ, but YM played out as well. Both, that's one trade for that day. Let's see if I have another trade. We have these. This is a short. Let me go back to the hourly. No, we don't really have another trade in here, I guess. Yeah, we don't really have another trade. These are the shorts. Nothing really hit at the. Yeah, this would have been the best trade. This short right there. That would have been the best trade for that day, for Monday. So there was a trade on Monday, which I should have taken probably. Coming in next day. If there is anything right here. Actually, we have this long ass low, which I don't know why it's that low, but okay. Next day. Let's see. We have these lows right here. And we have these highs right here. Same thing for Monday, lows and highs. Asian low right here, but I don't think that one is necessary to mark out. But yeah, we never came to that Asian low. Asian high already got ran, so it's not of importance, although on NQ this might be important. On YM, I mean, nah, never mind. Market opens right here. Let me see on the lower time frame. So this got ran pre-market open. We opened market at 16:000. Yeah, overall pretty clean trade right here as well. Previous day high got ran right here. Should have been looking for this trade right here. Pretty clean trade right there, and then free RR. Let me see if that would have been break even or free RR. No, not even break even. We just run the high, get to break even like quite fast, and then just run straight down without going back to break even. A lot of chop though, but pretty clean trade right there. That's like 2 winning days I could have gotten, like no losses at all if I just stick to the plan, probably. Because like taking this in consideration that like being realistic, this would have been ideal, but we did not get above this level, so that means even if I took it and price just came above it and then came down, I would have maybe gotten loss, but price never get to my stop loss, so got to my stop loss, so there would have not been a loss at all. Same with the Monday move, price never came to my stop loss. Price did not even hit my stop loss if I hit a 50 pip stop loss, so it never did. So the same reason could it have hit my break even mark? Possibly it could have no, actually it did not, since it could have not hit break even because price got right here. If I got in right there, price never came back up there. I'll go even down to a lower time frame, 1 minute. Let's see if I can find 1 minute to like really get a good picture of it. So we came right here, price we just went straight down, never came back up there, and yeah, if I got in right here, price did not hit my stop loss, and that would have been 2 winning trades back to back if I just taken those. So that's just me not able to see the trades, and yeah, just me sabotaging my trading. Coming into the next day, we have these lows, low got ran, we have these Asian highs right there, and this high right there. Actually, that's pretty recent. Let's see the lows right here. Let's see the point areas of interest that we could be looking at. This Asian high is a pretty nice area of interest that I could have been looking at. Overall, Asian low got ran, also the previous day low got ran in the same move right after Asia opens. I mean, I could count this one as an Asian low. Yeah, I could have counted this as the Asian low. We came really close to it at market open. Overall, what I could have done this day was marked out these London lows, which I could have taken a trade off, which I did that day, but I did not take the trade off because I was not anticipating price to run to that. Price could have ran those. YM did not do it. What do we also have? We also have these London highs that I could have marked out. I could not have traded that. Yeah. So overall, this day I could have played off these London lows. Would have been maybe a bit of risky trade, but overall, something like this. And let's see what the bias. Actually, bias is probably bias bearish. I would have been targeting 1 to 3, and that would have played out. This trade would have played out if I just was looking at it. No drawdown, no stop loss because price did not came down there. Let me see if it's a possible break-even trade. Could it have been possible break-even? Let's see. 1 to 5. No, it could not have been a possible break even since 1 to 5 got hit in the next candle and price never came back down there. So 1 to 3 would have been hit and I was done for the day. So overall, I should have won 3 times today, but if I look back on the week, I blew 2 funded accounts. One just being because I took a payout, and the other one I was just over trading on that one. And I know I can do better than this. I know I'm better than this. And yeah. Okay, last trade recap is from Wednesday to Thursday, so we have these I already marked these lows out, so I don't even have to do that. So coming in today, these two never got hit. Points of interest would have been these Asian low and Asian high. Let's see, this would have not been in the picture since it got ran on 12 a.m. What could have been in the picture? Yeah, so one thing I maybe could have like taken a trade off was like maybe this low right here, because it is at a time that I trade. This is at a time that I trade, and I could have taken interest in these longs. Let me see how this would have. Let me see what it did on the lower time frame. So we came into the long, we just go down more and more and more. Eventually make a small retracement up right about here. This is where I could have entered long and just said, okay, I'll give it a shot. Yeah, right here. But then I got stopped out, stop loss, and then yeah, that's where I should have stopped. So right here I could have got it in and just taken one loss for the day, and that's about it. And then this would have been just my stop loss getting hit. I would have not taken this trade because it's outside of my time zone, outside of my trading time, and yeah, that's about it. So this would have been the loss I could have taken for the whole week. But I took a lot of bad trades, and if I just look back on the week, if I just focus on the small things that I just wait, where the fuck am I? Okay, never mind. But if I start realizing that if I just look back on the week and just start focusing on the only liquidity point that I want to like trade off and trade off of things that I think are like probable, and maybe like for example this is not probable anymore because we just ran straight through it and like with high volatility, which makes it less probable and stuff like that. If I just start looking at stuff, but for example if we were wicking above this and like market opens, then I could have just used it because it's still not like fully closed and like stuff like that. So me looking back on this, what I've learned is that I really should just be looking at the 4 points, like this area, this and this, and at the right timing. For example, this all got ran already, and does not all matter. This stuff does not matter because we already ran it, and that's not what I trade. The two trades I only take are literally these two candles. Literally these two candles right here. This is all I should be looking at. This is the only move I should be looking at. And yeah, that's about it. So recapping on the week is that what I've learned from seeing this is that I really should be focusing on these 4 points of area and only take them in consideration when they get hit only take them in consideration when they get from 1530 to 1730. So only look at these points of interest within these time frames, and if they've already been like really ran through, for example if this would have like came back up here like this, like I would don't trade it because we already ran it with quite a lot of force. But if we were wicking, like for example this candle was like a wick, something like this was wicking, and that all the candles were wicking this, then you could possibly look for it. So looking back on the week, I should have taken 2 wins and 1 loss. That should have been it. But that's not what happened. So yeah, actually it could have been 3 wins and 1 loss, but that's not what happened. So yeah, I don't know what to say. Hopefully next week I can do better and focus more on my trading. Even though if I take losses next week, it's gonna be okay because I'm just gonna be focusing on my strategy, and if I can do my strategy more with better efficiency and me just really be focusing on the strategy itself and risk management and looking at, for example, I could just like not forget this risk management, but like just look at the strategy. Like I've it all written down. If I just focus on what I've written down and do what I have written down, that's already a win for me and a step closer to becoming a better trader that I want to be. So that's the main goal for the next week, focusing on only the trades that I should be taking. So like one of these 4 points of interest, or like a London low, for example, maybe this low right here. Actually, no, not that low, but like this low right here. Maybe this low or that low. I think yeah, we both ran we ran both of them. So like maybe maybe that low. But beside that, I should not be looking for anything else. So that's this weekly recap. I'll see you guys in the next week on Monday. And that's about it. See you guys.